Hey everyone, welcome back to Financial Futures. I've got some incredible news about higher Social Security checks for millions of Americans with a brand new change that could be coming soon. You won't want to miss this. I'll break it all down, give you the details, and tell you how it might affect you. But before we get into it, I've got a small favor to ask. If you could smash that like button, it would mean the world to me and help more people see this important update. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join our awesome Financial Futures community. Thank you so much for the support, you guys are the best. Alright, let's dive into this massive Social Security change. Lawmakers are pushing forward with a vote on a huge piece of legislation that could permanently change Social Security for millions of Americans. And yes, we're talking about increased monthly benefits. Here's what's exciting: this proposal is gaining support from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. That's right, politicians who usually don't agree on anything are actually coming together for this. It's a rare moment, and it's a big step toward addressing long-standing issues with Social Security. Now, I want to emphasize something super important. Even if this change doesn't directly impact your Social Security check right now, this is still a huge win. Why? Because the simple fact that Congress is actually talking about reforming Social Security is a big deal. Think of it like this: opening the floodgates. Once they start addressing one problem, it can lead to even more reforms, more benefits, and more improvements down the line. So, if this passes, it could build momentum for even bigger changes in the future, and that's what we all want. Let's talk specifics. The piece of legislation making waves right now is called the Social Security Fairness Act. It's aimed at repealing two big provisions: the Windfall Elimination Provision, WP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO. These provisions reduce Social Security benefits for certain public service workers like teachers, police officers, firefighters, and state or federal employees. These reductions have been in place for decades, and they've been a major source of frustration for those affected. If you're wondering what WP and GPO are, don't worry, I've got you covered. The Windfall Elimination Provision, WP, reduces Social Security benefits for people who also receive pensions from jobs not covered by Social Security. For example, if you're a teacher or a government worker with a pension, your Social Security check could be reduced because of the WP. The Government Pension Offset, GPO, on the other hand, reduces spousal or survivor benefits for people who worked in government jobs that didn't pay into Social Security. So if you were relying on spousal benefits from Social Security, the GPO could cut into that too. Now, here's where it gets exciting. If this Fairness Act passes, it would completely eliminate both WP and GPO. That means millions of public service workers would see a major boost in their Social Security benefits. Think about it: if you've worked for years as a teacher, firefighter, or state employee, your Social Security benefits could go up significantly. This is life-changing for many who have felt unfairly penalized just because they have a public pension. Here's something you might not know: these provisions, WP and GPO, were put in place way back in 1983. That's 40 years ago. The Social Security system has been operating under outdated rules for decades, and it's about time we catch up. Just like other outdated policies, such as the marriage penalty and supplemental security income, SSI, these provisions no longer make sense in today's world. The fact that lawmakers are now addressing these issues is a major step in the right direction. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking: great, but what about other needed changes? You're absolutely right. Social Security needs a lot more reforms, but this could be the first domino to fall. If Congress can pass this, it could give them the push they need to tackle even bigger issues like improving COLA, cost of living adjustments, removing outdated policies, and ensuring that Social Security remains strong for future generations. Inaction is essentially cutting benefits, and that's something we can't afford. This is why these small wins are so important. They keep the momentum going toward more meaningful reform. So what can you do? Stay informed and keep the pressure on your lawmakers. They need to know how important these issues are for millions of Americans. And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest changes and proposals for Social Security, make sure you're subscribed to Financial Futures. I'll be keeping you updated on every step of the process as this bill moves through Congress. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with anyone who might benefit from this information. Let's keep this conversation going and fight for the benefits we all deserve.